let's go to the first startup, which is a startup named Pesa, used to be called a Wi-Fi coin. Very interesting, intriguing business model. The founder and CEO is Suruchi Gupta, who will be introduced by Miko Matsumura.
It's a great honor to introduce Suruchi Gupta. I've been an entrepreneur for probably 25 years here in Silicon Valley, and a VC for only about 2 years. So, I think it just wanted to set a little context for the words I'm about to say to introduce Suruchi, which is that, Suruchi is one of these sort of once in a career type entrepreneurs that you would meet. She is a tremendously ambitious and incredibly productive executor. So, in a sense, what you look for in my business is, as an investor, is you definitely look for what I call heaven and earth, right? Which is you look for this incredible ambition, so you look for this, obviously decacorn, kind of mentality, right? So I think you absolutely have that with Suruchi, but you can't, of course, take a miss on execution, grounded execution, and just incredible pragmatism day to day, right? So, I think that there's this sort of tremendous, sort of fierce work ethic and execution combined with this kind of incredibly ambitious agenda. So, I think that's a very rare thing. Obviously, you guys will be able to judge for yourself, when you hear this presentation. But I think what you probably won't see behind the scenes is, I've been working with Suruchi for some years already now, and I'm incredibly impressed by her perseverance, ambition, hard work, execution, incredible preparedness, and thoughtfulness. So, I think this is a world-class entrepreneur and someone whose name you will recognize in years to come as a true major achiever here in Silicon Valley. So that's without, I think, further ado, you definitely want to hear from her and not from me. So take it away.
My God, that was such a kind intro. I mean, thank you. Thank you so much, Miko, for really sharing that super awesome, very, very kind intro. I should mention that, yes, we've been working for over 2 years, and it has been an absolute pleasure and privilege to actually be working with you too. For those of you that do not know Miko already, or Gumi Cryptos Capital, I would like to add that they have been one of the best early stage investors that we could have asked for. We've been I only have good things to say about them, so please go and talk to them if you guys are raising. And so with that, a big shout out to Miko, a big shout out to the Gumi Cryptos team, to Howard and Nick for organizing this great event for us today, and for all of y'all that have joined us from all over the world to listen to this presentation and also participate in this crypto workshop. My name is Suruchi Gupta, and I'm the founder and CEO of Pesa. I'm super excited to introduce what we are building at Pesa in front of you all today. So at Pesa, I'll start with just giving a quick brief note and then dive into my presentation. So at Pesa, we are building a massive global telecom network on the blockchain. And we are turning mobile minutes and mobile data into money for real world users. So to start with my quick background before I dive into the presentation, I'm sure some of you guys must have already guessed, I am originally from India. I was born and brought up in Mumbai. I came to Silicon Valley to study, computer science, and with this big dream to start a business, like a lot of other entrepreneurs come to Silicon Valley with. When I got here, I literally had zero connections and no idea how to get started. The only thing I knew a little bit of was how to write code. So what I started doing was just participating in all these different hackathons that were held over the weekend. And to my surprise, I ended up winning a bunch of them, which was a lot of fun, as y'all can imagine. But this last hackathon that we had participated in was organized by Tata Communications, which is part of this $100 billion conglomerate out of India. And so, we presented this idea at the hackathon. They just loved the idea. We were declared as the global prize winner of this hackathon. They decided to incubate us and even fund us. And that was essentially how my journey in this telecom industry even began, because I literally had no connections and no idea what I was even getting into. And so now, over the last 2 years, what we have built is a centralized version of this, global telecom network. We already have a mobile first global, telecom network, and we have fantastic traction on our beachhead market, because we've been very pragmatic, as Miko was mentioning, in terms of how do you think about bringing a technology to life. So we have fantastic traction on that, and now we are focusing on developing a protocol on top of this infrastructure that we already have available. So for today's presentation, I'll first start by giving you guys, a quick overview on this protocol, and then towards the end, cover the product as well as the infrastructure that is already live. So with that, let me share my screen and get started. Okay, awesome. Excellent. Okay. So, guys, the way we see this, we actually think this is inevitable. The world needs a pragmatic, easy, and intuitive way for the real world users to join the crypto economy. And we envision mobile minutes and mobile data to be that easiest fiat to crypto on ramp, off ramp for the masses. And let's take a moment to understand why. Well, we are in 2021, where apart from the Bitcoin price that is basically, taking our breath away, the one thing that none of us can live without is the internet. There are, more than 5.18 billion people just like us all over the world that spend more than $2 trillion for accessing mobile and broadband internet every single year. And, as you all can imagine, we all know that majority of this world, or majority of these users that already have a mobile phone, they find crypto itself really hard, let alone DeFi, because they have to understand, they have to have a crypto wallet like MetaMask. They have to understand what a hexadecimal address is. They have to wrap their head around all kinds of new currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's just not fun, to say the least. Whereas, so this is essentially what, made us wonder, wouldn't it be awesome if we just turned these phone numbers into a cross-chain wallet, i.e., a bank account, and airtime, that is just minutes, data, Wi-Fi that we already use on our phones today, into a currency, so that these 5.18 billion people can just seamlessly, easily, and intuitively join the crypto economy. So that is exactly what Pesa enables. It's a protocol that unlocks access to telecom as well as financial services for anyone with a mobile phone. So, basically imagine being able to access carrier independent voice, text, data, Wi-Fi, in-flight Wi-Fi anywhere in the world that we can then trade or transfer to any other phone number, or we can just simply use it as we use them today on our phones and actually earn rewards for just using internet. Or we can just keep it in our wallet and it'll automatically be supplied as collateral and start earning interest on this airtime balance of ours. So this is essentially what we enable for the real world users. The network has two tokens. One is a stable token, that is the token that users spend, and another is a token that users earn. So in Pesa's case, every Pesa token that gets spent, a corresponding amount of PGT token is earned by the user. And this is just one of the incentive mechanisms that we have. But Pesa is this token that represents real airtime. So it represents, voice, text, data, Wi-Fi, and PGT token which stands for Paisa Governance Token, represents ownership in this network. Now, the way this network, accrues value is based on usage. And so the more usage there is, the more fees, the network earns, which means it will attract more users, which means users will provide more liquidity, and that just keeps this flywheel going. Now, here's the most important question. As we can all imagine, it is only the mobile network operators like AT&Ts of the world that can even turn our airtime into money. And so this is essentially where the network that we have built over the last 2 years now comes into play. So the company was previously called Wi-Fi Coin. So you can think of Wi-Fi Coin as this global internet provider. And this protocol, the first version of it, is going to be built on top of this infrastructure that we already have available. And the coverage of that includes, we support, talk and text in over 200 countries, mobile data in 45 countries, Wi-Fi at 68 million hotspots in 180 countries, in-flight Wi-Fi on over 5,000 airplanes on 37 airlines, which was also our beachhead market that we started with. And we have about 55% global market penetration on in-flight Wi-Fi. And we are actually the only company in the world today that is even offering in-flight Wi-Fi on mobile devices. So the way we've managed to do that is in partnership with some of the largest telecom operators around the world. So the way this basically works for users today is that it's a simple mobile application that anyone can install on their iOS or Android device. And what they're buying is credits. And so credits you all can think of as just a proxy for Paisa tokens, simply because they've not been launched yet. So users buy credits, and then those credits they get to spend for voice, text, data, Wi-Fi, in-flight Wi-Fi across this coverage that I just shared. And they only pay for what they use. Now there is a key enabling technology on the telecom side itself that makes this possible today, where just from a mobile phone we are able to offer these services in an on-demand and over-the-top fashion. And I'm happy to chat offline about how we are even able to even enable that. But we had essentially launched in September of 2019 with in-flight Wi-Fi as our beachhead market. It was going really, really well, but come March, COVID hit, and we saw an impact because of that. So that is when we got this time to start developing this protocol and also expand to some of the adjacent markets. So in the little time that we've been around, more than 12 million plus credits have been consumed. This is real usage. It is all paid for by the users, and we've never given really anything for free from day one. So this is all paid for by users.
Hey, Suruchi, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
So we are running close to the out of time.
Okay.
So can you try to wrap it up quickly? But I
just have to quickly intro the team, and that's it.
Okay.
It's done. Yeah.
I have a question for you. So
Yeah.
give me time.
Sure. Do you want me to just jump into the question?
Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, so I'll just quickly give an intro on the team. So, me and my co-founder, we both have masters in computer science. The first version of this was all built by us. We started by presenting at that Tata Communications hackathon. Then, we raised a seed we raised seed capital from Gumi Cryptos and Argonautic Ventures. That's when we brought on additional, team members. We have scaled back our growth efforts, which is why right now the team consists of only engineers. We're about 8 people on the team. It's a super lean team. And we, in addition to, the team, we also have some very well-known industry leaders also supporting us, like Dan Hesse. He's the former CEO of AT&T and Sprint. He's been with us, since day one. In addition, we have Miriam and Terry, and, we can chat offline about how they have been incredibly helpful. So that's us.
Great.
Super excited about this mission to build the last singular network for the planet. We are gearing up for our second financing. So if this sounds interesting, I would love to chat. Here's my email. So feel free to reach out. And just on a last note, next time when you all are using internet on the plane or on the ground, do remember us and give us a shout out. Thank you so much for your time.
That was great, Suruchi. And by the way, people should be able to reach you on Slack as well, assuming that all of you will join Slack. So please join our Slack channel.
Sure.
And Suruchi, I just have two quick questions. So, I mean, you know, what you've done is already very impressive. I'm curious, when you built out your network of Wi-Fi relationships and telecom relationships, did you already know that you were planning to eventually join the crypto world and have this tokenization of your coin?
Yes, no, initially, I had started by a problem I had faced. I pitched that problem at this hackathon, and then we won the hackathon. So at that time, the idea just was to build this global data marketplace, which
Right.
was not related to blockchain. But
Right.
then as I started, as we started working on this, blockchain just seemed to be the best way in which we could implement this. And that's how I even stumbled upon blockchain in the first place, when I learned about Ethereum and smart contracts. And so that's how we ventured
That's
into
a wonderful, I'm not sure that the pivot is the right word, but a flight of imagination on your part. And I was also impressed that you had, how many telecom relationships do you have now? I mean, I know that when people go onto an airplane, I used to go and see this thing called GoGo, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. And I didn't realize it was really you behind GoGo, but is that correct?
No, it's not. That's not correct. GoGo is actually our partner on the back end, because we don't own any of these infrastructure, like any of these networks. We just partner with these infrastructure providers that own these networks. So you can just think of us as building this overlay network on top of the infrastructure and networks that already exist.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. Let's jump to the next session, but thank you very much for that terrific.
Yes, thank you.